So, is Zoro immortal, if you don't know what I mean? Zoro's durability, or endurance rather, is very high compared to most people. Normally I wouldn't think this, but Zoro cheats death multiple times throughout the story, and is even asked if he is immortal a few times. How I arrived at this theory is, I was rewatching Strong World and there's a line where Usopp asks if Zoro is immortal. Now this made me stop for a little bit as I remembered Zoro seemingly meeting the Grim Reaper at the end of his fight with King, but I shrugged it off since Strong World isn't canon. Then later on that same day, I saw a clip of Arlong outright calling him immortal. I of course checked the manga to be sure, and Arlong doesn't exactly call him immortal, but he implies that he is. Then I remembered a video from O'Hara that suggests that Strong World actually has a lot of canon material, and even seems like the blueprint for Wano. We also know that Shiki is 100% canon, as he appears in Chapter 0 of the manga. And of course, on Wano, Zoro even sees something that resembles the Grim Reaper, or Shinigami in Japanese mythology. So, what if Zoro met a Shinigami? Shinigami are Japanese death gods that drive people to suicide and reveals itself to people when they are close to death. And the Shinigami is theorized by historians to be based off of the Western Grim Reaper. Although they are very similar, they have subtle differences. Rather than being a soul collector like the Grim Reaper, they help assure that people die at the right time. A good way to tell if death is inevitable is if the Shinigami is at her feet. You can stop it by reciting some magical words, but if it sits at the top of her bed, then death is inevitable and your candle has already burnt out. So based on that, it should interest you that the Shinigami is standing at Zoro's feet. There's also stuff like Zoro being called the King of Hell, and his Ashura form which utilizes demon aura. I mean, his dream is to be a swordsman whose name reaches the heavens. And in Buddhism, hell is just one layer of heaven, and we know that Zoro is a Buddhist, or at least knows Buddhist teachings based on his attack names. And we know from Brook that hell, or the underworld rather, is a real place and is where he gets his ice powers from. So what if every time someone in the story says Zoro should have died, he actually did die, but just exited hell somehow? Until the king fight, that is where he actually became the King of Hell. And to support this theory, during Zoro's fight with Mr. One, Zoro said he thought he was standing at the gates of Hades. And during his fight with Thanel, Zoro said he nearly died. And Robin even agreed, saying, "Yes, you would have died if you were normal." Now I am aware that this could just be talking about Zoro's unnatural strength. But what if it means something else? I mean, she does say it in a whisper. But yeah, I don't know if this theory is overcooked or undercooked. So y'all should let me know in the comments.
Watching a dub, that hoe couldn't breathe.
Ayy, fucking Big Mom, cause you know she got cake. Got diamonds, I'm wet like a lake. They riding my wave like a board on a wake. Boa Hancock, you a bitch and a snake. In the East Blue, I be sipping on sake. Knock your ass out, my conqueror's hockey. I got the sauce, I feel like teriyaki. Me and like strapping bombs like Nagasaki.